I'm not too sure he's changed that much. As much as I've tried, I campaigned very hard to bring in more of the book version of Geralt to the show. So he certainly says more, he's more intellectual, he has a bit of a philosophical lean. He behaves like someone who's lived for 70 plus years rather than just being this sort of one-tonal character. And so for me, I don't think he's changed as far as the character in my heart is concerned, but what has happened is that now he has access to, or now Cirilla's in his life, he can truly be who he is at his core, which is a protector. And before he was flip-flopping between protector and monster killer and just a monster killer, and then trying to remain neutral at the same time and always struggling with that because his instinct is to protect.
Oh, it's incredibly different. And I think in a lot of great ways. I think visually it's different. I mean, just even, hopefully seeing the trailers and the promos, I think it is a richer world. It's a bigger world. It's more intense in its colors and its action. And I think just visually it jumps off the screen now. But even, I think more important than that, storytelling-wise, we reached a place with these characters that we had kind of set their foundation out in their stories. We know who Geralt is, who Ciri is, who Yennefer is. And now we get to start sort of unpeeling the layers of them. And we get to see different sides. I think Geralt is the best example of this. We meet him in season 1, and he is a tough, gruff witcher. That's all he wants to do, that's all he'll ever be. And then suddenly he finds himself the protector of this teenage girl who can't be a witcher, she's a human, she's a girl. And so suddenly he has to start accessing new parts of himself, more vulnerable parts of himself, more open parts. And suddenly we're just on a ride with a character who really is just turning over new leaves all the time. And we had really similar journeys for Ciri and Yennefer as well. So I think it's gonna feel more emotional to audiences, and then thus I think more compelling. There's less time spent just setting a political chessboard.
I have some of the swords, yes.
I remember on season 1, me and Wilson, because we spent most of our time together, and we were like children then. We were 17, but we were like kids,
so
literally.
Small, yeah.
We were so small, and we were like sneaking around. We were at the studio, and I don't think we'd even begun filming. And there was a room which was like displaying all the kind of posters of what the monsters and things would look like, and they had some props. Me and Wilson snuck in and just started like taking the coins out of the thing. And then we took them. I don't have them anymore, but like we
so it's for
stole
nothing.
the props. yeah.
I wish I could have stolen Istrid's notebook from season 1.
Oh yeah, you
that
said
was
that.
bloody cool. Like the artist who can't remember her name, but she did some wicked drawings in that. Line drawings.
We're a bit
so
boring
cool.
actually that we haven't taken anything.
Yeah, no, you kind of just want to get to the end, don't you?
You just kind of don't want to in a way. Yeah, you kind of want to leave it behind.
Yeah, leave it behind.
If I ever get I tell you, if I ever get like a proper sword that's like cool, then I will definitely be taking one of those.
Trust you to steal a bloody sword.
Oh, I will be stealing that sword, yeah.
I mean, you kind of said it yourself, is in these times, producing a show this big with a scope that people expected to be really epic and worldwide, during a time where we could only have 10 people in a room, and we weren't allowed to, leave or, cross the borders of the UK. I'd never experienced anything like it. I mean, none of us had, right? So we adapted alongside everyone else, and there certainly were times that I thought, are we ever going to be able to make this season of television? But I think what comes across on screen is that when we all returned to work after the lockdown, we were one of the first television shows to come back, and we had a lot of fear. We didn't know what we were doing. How do we keep everyone safe? How do we make, the crew and the actors feel like they're not risking their lives every day when they come to work? And I believe that Netflix and the producers on this show, we spent so much time and effort and energy talking to people, hearing their concerns, and rebuilding the trust of a family. And to me, that is what comes across on screen. I think there are things that we accomplished that I think a lot of shows probably couldn't have done. And they came together beautifully, and you can just tell that there is so much love between this crew and the cast, the producers, the directors. It's just all on screen.
Something has changed, Geralt. The world's acting strange these days. The North and South at war. Monsters roaming when they should be hibernating. Maybe it's the end of days. Are you willing to sacrifice your life?
I've lived through 3 supposed end of days. It's all horseshit. This continent was meant for no one. None of us will have any peace until there are no monsters left in the world.
That's my home. My fight.
Your precious leader's after something. You're a pawn to get to it.
Rebuild our forces, strengthen our numbers. We are an empire. The war's just begun.
Fear is an illness. It can consume you. Our best chance is to face it. Are you ready for this?
If what you say about that girl's power is true, you can't help her.
A man, a myth, a legend.
And we need your help.
Fine, but first, gentlemen, it's been an honor. What? I made new friends. Get over it. Jealous?